What's up, guys? So I want to address some of the people who are commenting on the latest video I made yesterday. It's the one that was, I just figured it would probably be a little easier to do it this way rather than, go through every single comment, respond to everybody, which I started to do. These are my thoughts. Okay, now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is about the video regarding Elvis wears $100,000 worth of jewelry, and the reporters and all that one. Okay, so I made the video talking about that, but then as I was like rewatching it before I started to make my comments, I'm like, man, he looks really, it wasn't the first time I saw this footage, but I started to be like, man, he really looked kind of out of it. Like, he looked like he, was definitely on some downers. He didn't slur his speech, but he looked sort of sedated, and I'm like, man, there's a big difference between right here in September than a few months earlier in June for the Madison Square Garden press conference. And, as an Elvis fan, I'm interested in like all aspects of Elvis. And some are like, hey, you can't talk about that. What are you? Are you trying to hate on him? You need to understand that he Like, trust me, I know. I think like real hardcore Elvis fans are interested in all aspects of Elvis's life. And that's me. So when I was watching that little interview that he had with the reporter, I'm like, man, I'm gonna make a video about how his rings, and man, how much jewelry does he got on right now? But then I'm like, there's a big difference between how he was there and how he was in June. Maybe it was because there was a big audience there for the Madison Square Garden, like the press, he was more. And some people were like, no, it's not that he's on pills. He just like woke up at the wrong time and da-da-da-da. And like, I understand all people's viewpoints, and I understand you want to protect Elvis. And think about it, like, I have a channel promoting Elvis. The title is Elvis is the Man. And 9 out of 10 videos greater than that are just talking about how good he was in this area. Hey, listen to the song. Best performances of 70, 71, 72, 73, FTD reviews, all that stuff. And not to count my Instagram. I've had my Instagram since early 2013, posting clips of Elvis video footage when nobody else was doing anything like that. It's grown to a lot of followers, and I definitely promote Elvis. I like Elvis a lot. Like obviously, I spend like 4 to 6 hours, no joke, editing Elvis videos, taking time to, try to get everything right and this and that. So I want to sort of address this, like, can you not talk about every aspect of Elvis's life? I find it very interesting. Like, my room used to be a freaking Elvis shrine. I had all the books, all the CDs, and at that time they didn't even have the FTD label. You just had to like, oh, I want those 5 songs. Oh man, but I already have the other 15. But let me buy this CD just for those new songs. I've been to Graceland 3 times, but I think that if you look at all aspects of Elvis's life, like every aspect is very interesting to me. So I just don't want to be like EPE, Elvis Presley Enterprises, and only talk about Elvis from 1973 and back. Can't talk about 74, 75. We're not releasing the CBS footage. We can't talk about that and just like, protect Elvis's image for, monetary purposes. And I get that point, but also I think that if you're open about everything, talk about it, that it also adds some understanding to Elvis and makes him more like a real person rather than some image lifted up. He said the image is one thing and a human being is another. So I think for his fans to get on a page like this, Elvis is the Man, and talk about all aspects of his life. Nobody's criticizing him, nobody's disrespecting him. I delete people who do that or just have nasty things to say. I made videos earlier in my page here about was Elvis a racist, and I have like 10 minutes of clips that I edited together from artists saying no, he wasn't, this is what he was like, Elvis was a good person. I did the video about how Elvis ended the polio pandemic in the US in the 50s, which I really think you guys should check out. It's only got like 1,000 views, but people need to know about this. I promote Elvis in so many ways, but me, I love reading the Bodyguard books. I love reading the books from his girlfriends. Some of it may not be totally true, but it's fascinating to me. So this channel obviously focuses on the highlights and the good points of Elvis, which far outweigh the bad. But I think that, you know, it's also fun to really dig into the details that are not so good about Elvis's life and just understand them and talk them out with other fans. Nobody's hating on him. And so keep that in mind when you read or watch certain things on Elvis's Man Instagram or Facebook. There's no disrespect intended. And I just want to make a video clarifying that. Elvis is the man. He's the greatest of all time, the real GOAT. And I'm gonna make videos that promote Elvis, but also I think a lot of you, and most of the comments are very positive. You know, thanks for bringing up this subject. It's very interesting when we all learn from each other and share the same fascination with Elvis as the others. And if you think that it should be kept, just don't say anything about anything, you know, anything negative, anything about the weight gain or the pills or anything like that, then I understand where you're coming from, but I also understand where I'm coming from. I find Elvis interesting in all aspects. I think they should release a CBS tapes. Like, all the footage is great to me. I think it's all cool. But also, as I'm looking at the footage, you know, making this video, I'm like, wow, look at that. I wonder what was going on. You know, there was a big difference between June 1972 and November 1972. So trust me, I've done my research. I've read dozens of Elvis books. I've seen all the documentaries. Trust me, I have a lot of knowledge about this, not in an arrogant way, you know, because some of you are like, oh, you need to do your research. Trust me, I've researched a lot. And so no disrespect to you, but I think that we need to have honest discussions about Elvis. So I want to make this little video explaining that, and when you see that stuff in the future, just know where it's coming from. Also, maybe you'll be more into Elvis's the Man Instagram, where actually no, I don't think, I think if you don't like that, you're not gonna like the Elvis Instagram either, because I just talk about all topics. You know, Priscilla topic, the girlfriends, who was good, who was bad, what decisions Elvis could have made better, was Colonel good or bad, what Elvis could have done to be better in my humble opinion, and what things he did great and I wish he would have kept doing, and listen to his vocals, and oh, it seemed a little shaky there, but it's just an honest fan channel, and I think 99% of you recognize that. So I want to take a quick video and you know, share my thoughts and tell me yours as well, but I just want to clarify that. So once again, wrapping this up, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment down below, tell me, and you know, no disrespect to any of the fans that could have been offended by you know, some of the talk on the last video, but that's what I like to talk about, all aspects of Elvis's life and career. So look forward to the next video. I believe the next one's going to be the best performance of 1970. I'm working on that next, so keep watching.